Top Esports very team fight heavy, whereas LGD, we're expecting this mid jungle of Hung and Tangyuan to get out of the map early.
If what we saw in the previous couple of games is any indication of this one, TES could struggle a little bit because LGD have got all of that priority. They've got lots of different champions to be playing around as early as possible, and that first item breakpoint is massive.
Actually a little bit out of position as Bertle hops forward. Crisp looking for the taunt over the wall. And Zhuo is running the wrong direction. This is not where the Nautilus should be, and sooner rather than later, imagine that this is going to be first blood picked up for LGD. Just depends on who they end up getting the kill credit over to. Hung trying to get in there. He flashes for the smite to try to make sure he has the last hit. But Chris
the minions,
is still going to hunt him down. The minion's going to end up...
Early power for this LGD squad.
Started up first by top, and then they end up backing away. So then it's LGD making their way towards this objective. Not crucial one way or the other, but getting that added buff certainly going to be beneficial as Tangyuan jumps into a 1v2. Shockwave on top of him, but the Twilight Shroud denying things for now. Jackie Love hits the deadly flourish, and it's going to be Tangyuan using that perfect execution defensively. No ulti available now on this Akali as the Dragon approaches 2,500 HP, and that should be enough for Top Esports to claim it for themselves.
There we go, really nice here out of the TES members. They don't end up picking themselves up any kills, but exerting enough pressure to make it work, and now looking to potentially go in onto Xiaoya, although Xiaoya pumping the damage on this Corki right now. They might be able to turn this one around.
Oh, and now Jhin out of position once more. The Cataclysm comes out, but it is still the Hound's pursuit coming forward for Hung to get himself into a 2-0.
Has the flash at least.
Zoyan has his as well, and the equalizer, but opts not to use it, instead going for that reset, and Hung looking to try to make him pay. Zoyan still at full HP, still has that flash. We'll see what he's able to do in a 1v2 situation, soon to be a 1v3, as Chris comes in with a stand united and sends Hung up to a killing spree.
Now instead, the other side of the map, LGD, Zoyan, to put his ward in the wrong side.
Gotta welcome you to the top lane experience, bud. See that your bot lane is isolated, and that means that you could be in some trouble. Hey, he gets the cannon. That's a small win for him.
As well, that should stop any potential engage onto this Drake that TES may have wanted to do.
Really being cognizant that the enemy jungle could be there alongside the support because it is a Shen on that side. So we need to see improvements out of here for Zoyan later into this split. See another play, this time onto the Nautilus. Zhuo getting targeted by that Stand United taunt, and it will be Hung going up to 4-0 in this game. Man, he's really snowballing this one, Bloxer. It's looking real good for LGD so far.
Yeah, he is. This is exactly what we were looking for out of LGD, and like you said, it just feels like there's a disconnect not just between Zoyan and the rest of the team, but the entirety of TES. They are going to attempt to move in right here, want to potentially compete for this Rift Herald. Need to be careful though, even with the teleports coming in.
Ooh, taunt lands onto Jackie Love, but the Shockwave finds two. Deadly Flourish on the other side, and Chris should go down for the first kill onto Top Esports. Xiaoya also caught in the hot pot, and that'll make it a 2-0 so far. Tien flag and drags away, less than 100 HP, but Tangyuan flashing after him, gonna finish him off with his final Q. It is overall the 2-for-1 with the Rift Herald being denied at the moment. Actually, LGD picking that one up. Tangyuan dashes over the wall as Zoyan is overheated, now running back towards the safety of his team. TES once again have the numbers advantage with Zhuo coming back from base, and they're going to push LGD away with the Herald spawn. Right now it's not looking competitive, but on the opposite side of potentially the expectation they have here.
No, and this is what we were also thinking about, right, with that
support and breaking up that duo of Tien and Fengyue that had so much success in Split 2. Clearly proving to be not the easiest task to try and fill. Now we see Bertle taking a lot of damage, maybe trying to approach Mega Gnar, but Kareem's not going to be able to get him there. That's a big shutdown given the way of the Orianna. As now it could be Tangyuan getting collapsed upon. Teleport entered for Zoyan. Equalizer coming out. This Akali has no ability to escape, and it'll be another shutdown collected, this time by the Rumble. Tien going forward onto Hung, forcing him to... Yet other Widows is approaching, being off of cooldown. It is a two-man Baron getting started up by Hung and Xiaoya. It is just gone. Nobody has any idea that this is happening until far too late.
Effectively.
Yeah, at the very least getting that tier 1 on the bottom side. Bertle finally... Already see Tangyuan TPing in, going to be that full-on 5v5, which should benefit TES. The gold very much on LGD's side. Dragon at 2,000 HP going over. It's secured by Jackie Love. The Jhin somehow from a mile away, able to deny soul point for now. Zhuo the first casualty as the equalizer comes out, separating Xiaoya from the rest of his team. But the front line of LGD is diving onto Cream. The main carry for TES is down as it's Hung to pick up the gold. And LGD lose the Dragon, but they certainly don't lose the fight. It's a 4-0 with them pushing down mid.
And they can potentially push really far right here. There's still 40 seconds until Cream is back up and available. 20 seconds for the remaining carries of TES. And they are blasting through the base. Tian, the only remaining member for another 5 seconds. And even then, it's only going to be Zhuo.
Yeah, trying to clear the wave, but there's just no ability to do that as the Jarvan, the Cataclysm, only delaying Top Esports' game being ended. Zhuo comes in, is still 8 seconds on Jackie Love, and there's 5 members of LGD hitting onto the blue side Nexus in 26 minutes. An evisceration of Top Esports as LGD go up 1-0. Upside of the map.
Okay, really interesting, Joss. Very different looks over on the LGD side. They're looking to play a lot more around the later stages of this game. Kog'Maw Lulu takes a while to ramp up. Same thing with the Ryze, same thing with the Ambessa in some ways. There's some level of early skirmishing power, but not into this TES roster. TES are the ones who are going to control the early game right here. Try to fight him on this one, or even take this away.
Yeah, the problem is Hung doesn't have a smite. Tien does. Should be an easy takeaway. Now the chase down potentially commencing, but Tien should be able to get out decently well.
Oh, wow.
Flash followed by both junglers, and Tangyuan here first on the play. Rune Prison connects, and LGD able to cap it.
And now, some chickens to steal away. Zhuan here to just cover off for his jungler, expecting to potentially have things taken. Zhuan gonna go in here.
And now Tangyuan gonna get spotted out here by the Skarner as well. Zhuan against Hung, going to be a win towards the top laner of TES. Wins the final.
Steal away onto the chickens. It's well read as Zhuan to come along and getting that early kill onto the Olaf. So critical. As much as we talk about this being an early comp. Ooh.
Xiaoya flashing forward onto Jackie Love. The Lucian Milio with the PTA damage, though, still going to be good. It is a 1-for-1 trade with the wave pushing in favor of actually a very fair amount of sense.
Yeah.
Given your thoughts on the game as I've gotten to know you a little bit more. Seeing some play down towards the bottom side. Hung looking aggressively onto Zhuo, who now has to burn the flash. Going to be joined now is Tien on the Top Esports side. He's a very tanky Skarner at this point in the game. Jackie Love flashes forward, going to be able to pick up the kill with the final auto attack. And Xiaoya and Chris both at sub 200 HP. That boulder going to slow down the Kog'Maw. Not going to be able to go down just yet. Now on the top side of the map, it is Bertle popping that Ragnarok, looking to chase down Bertle. And he's going to flash forward, not finding the kill. Oh no!
Bad right here from the top laner of TES.
Hey, you know, at the very least, Bertle secured a 1-for-1, ended up being a 1-for-0 as we now see a Ghost popped in the mid lane. Tangyuan looking aggressive onto Cream. A little bit more damage and just a pure solo kill. Oh, Top Esports falling apart at the seams. They're going to be able to pick up a dragon, but that is not what Cream was looking for.
No, the fact that it's just going to be one Chemtech Drake as well, not really going to be the most impactful overall. We'll see if the Drake stacking can come on through for TES.
Crucial mistake, and I feel like Zhuan is a player that has gotten 90% of the way there, not all the way towards that win just yet. As we see a Realm Morph pound though to the bottom lane. Jackie Love gets eviscerated, and Zhuo is the next target. It's a double kill going the way of the Doctor Mundo, as Hung gets right back into the driver's seat of this to avoid that play-in series and guaranteeing them a spot in Group Ascend for the following split. So that is a big thing that both these teams are playing for. But now we get a little bit of action down on the bottom side again. Zhuan one-shotting Xiaoya on the Kog'Maw. The wild growth was not enough, as Zhuan able to get up to 2-1 in this score column. Jackie Love throwing out the calling on the top side as well, forcing Bertle down to 30%. He's not going to be as lucky. Something about it. Realm Morph is available for Tangyuan if he wants to send the Mundo straight into the Dragon Pit, already at 3,000 HP. Jackie Love and Tien ticking down, should be able to be that final smite to secure the Drake in for TES. Looks like LGD just got there a little bit too late.
Bertle also beginning to walk down, actually just going to ulti his way back in. We'll be able to clear out this wave at least. Could go for the full fight. Nah, that's...
Gives that first full combo onto Zhuan. Has to be careful about doing the rest. Gonna flash forward, force that Ragnarok. Oh, the Q2 misses. Will it end up mattering? The shield gonna buy some time. And now Zhuan is healing up. Is autoing him to death. Oh, it's...
weren't looking to fight. Birdle should have been there to have kept his tower safe enough. Instead, going for a fight, like I said, missing the Q number 2, and just everything going to be the main linchpin. If it's doing well, if it's getting into the backline and just running this Kog'Maw down, then this whole composition from LGD falls apart.
Very much composition that needs to snowball. Another Ragnarok is available this time for Zwayan. They're going to try to dive Birdle underneath this tier 1 turret, but now he has a little bit of help. Hung has arrived, but Tien has as well. Going to be ultimates popped here by Tien. The Impale is able to find 2. And
the healing!
The healing coming through for Hung, at least getting 1 kill back, but the overload on top Esports still works.
For the point at which LGG's composition really comes online, and TS are taking advantage of that right now. Soul
HP still has enough time to reset and rejoin his team before the dragon spawn.
Big chunk of damage, and doesn't really have too much healing available to him unless he can get close enough to go hit someone. Instead, looks like he's just going to take a reset, and part of the reason you can do that is because of the pressure coming through on the top lane from Zwayan. You can't just send one person to deal with him at this point, and you're just getting dragged around the map. Now health bars beginning to disappear from LGD's side. They're going to lose 2 towers for this play. Uh-oh, and maybe more.
I mean, yeah, there's a pink ward there, but Top Esports very much know that Xiaoya is trying to pull off a reset, and now that will be delayed even further. They have no opportunity to get into there.
It's gone.
It will just be the Dragon Soul being secured by TES. Scout of the Week lands onto Hung. They're able to pick up the first kill in the fight, and public decision goes on to Jackie Love. Tong Yuan pops the ghost, able to get away. And Xiaoya just all too late to that team fight. Jungler for LGD down, as Top Esports will pick up the soul and a look to make it a 2-for-1 special.
As well, and with all of the towers they've cracked at this point, they could be looking to send us to a game number 3 very soon.
Oh, not only do they lose the Baron, they almost lose their support. Crisp has to pop the Wild Growth just to stay alive. So the gold lead goes up to 6,500. Birdle's going to get a little bit back here with this bot tier 1, but it's not nearly enough to send LGD into an advantageous game state. Yeah, I mean, those 2 items really not doing too much for him. You can see the item looking for the third is the Dragon, or the Baron buff, I should say, making good work of this inhibitor tower. Top Esports trying to crack open this base at the 25-minute mark.
They can just keep pushing on right here. I mean, I don't know how you step up as LGD.
Another scatter onto Xiaoya. He's less than 100 HP already. Has to head back to base, and the inhibitor is getting bursted down. TES forcing LGD back to their own base. Cream throwing out scatters left, right, and center to make sure that LGD are never in a comfortable position in this one. 5v5 still open on the map, and some resets have come through. Scout of the Week once again, landing onto the Kog'Maw, who has not been able to do a damn thing in this game so far. Nexus Tower is now exposed as Zwayan pops the ghost. Tien still very healthy, still looking for an engage, and they're going to find it onto Birdle. The Unleashed Power sends him right back to the grave, as the Nexus will now be exposed, and LGD will lose game 1, game 2, just as quickly as they want. Specifically, locking in the Mel, which has been that prototypical counter into the Ashe Seraphine because of your ability to reflect both ultimate abilities in the Enchanted Crystal Arrow and the Encore.
Hextech Drake going on over, and everybody loves an early Hextech Drake to be picked. Otherwise, things go wrong, and yeah, speaking of going wrong.
Birdle's going to be in some trouble. Hero's entrance potentially in to save him, but no, it does not. In this 2v2 situation, you can see the stats down there on the bottom of your screen. Now we open up for a fight around this second dragon. Enchanted Crystal Arrow landing immediately onto Crisp, who's unable to do anything just yet. Now flashes away, and here comes the follow-up from TES. A huge miasma finds 3. Crisp looking to go forward to try to delay a little bit as Tong Yuan goes in. Lands a massive Winds of War, able to pick up a double kill for himself on the back end. But he's getting chased out by Cream and collapsed upon in a 1v2 underneath his tier 1 turret. Cream eating a decent chunk of damage. Only one more turret shot would have killed him. And so Tong Yuan 5-member assault onto the Cloud Drake. Zwayan still waiting in the wings, now burning a teleport of his own. Tong Yuan going to be the focus, immediately hit up by the ECA and the Encore, but the knock-up will connect, and Tien going to go down first in the fight. Zwayan gets batted away by Birdle, but now he's looking for the re-engage. Flashes forward, doesn't find the Pathfinder just yet, as Cream is looking to hunt down the Trundle as well. Lands the first proc of the poison, but Crisp able to use the crash down to escape once again. Beautiful peel by the Rel, but it still might cost him his life. Cream still are now the Enchanted Crystal Arrow and the Encore. We're about to come back off of cooldown, and LGD have nobody other than Xiaoya that can really soak that one up before going down. Crisp immediately pops the trigger, going in onto Jacula, but the hero's entrance finds a knock-up golden eclipse, not yet enough damage, but the taunt is going to seal his fate. First kill going the way of LGD, and they're still making their way towards the dragon. TN trying to jump in there, he steals it away at 12 HP and will assassinate Hung on the backside. Bertle, wow, arriving to the fight, walking down and taking down Cream. LGD might have lost the Drake, but they're trying to win the fight in response. TN on the run as they go 2 for 1 on the play.
It's just not the Drake coming through for LGD as Hung with the smite, like you said, 12 HP, leaves it on. But over on the other side of things, Xiaoya beginning to get online. Pantheon's already been making his presence known in this, and they're going to go push towards this Herald.
Oh, another teleport coming in from both top laners as TN already secures the Rift Herald for top Esports. Zwayan on a massive flank, goes all out onto Xiaoya, but is unable to pick up any more damage. Petrifying Gaze only is slow, but it will still be the 80 carry going down on LGD's side. Tonggyuan soaking up 4 members of TES and will eventually get punished for it, as it is a 3 for 1. It's pretty big in terms of poking TES out if they want to go for this 5v5. Stun immediately lands onto Hung, but the Encore is rebutted. Crisp uses the crash down to get away. Jacula with the Ranger's focus still dealing a ton of damage on the LGD members, forcing them back away, as now top Esports can return towards the dragon.
It just has too much range on TES's composition. LGD can't get within its guard. You can't get close enough to really be dealing the damage. They have poke. They're going to try for this one once again, potentially.
As the Flash Magnet Storm if he wants to go for a play, but it is the Dragon. Secured here by TES. LGD not fully arriving to the play just yet. Zwayan with the Pathfinder, not finding a single target. So it will be top Esports backing away for now. They still have the hero's entrance for Tonggyuan if they want to go for an engage. And Cream is now chasing with TN in with that Grand Starfall, landing the stun onto Crisp. Hero's entrance comes out, but it might be a little bit too late, and now Tonggyuan is stuck in a 1v5. Finds a little bit of damage onto the Pantheon, but Crisp gonna go down first. Tonggyuan second, and Xiaoya and Bertle just all too late to the play. Zwayan still all out, able to dish out a ton of DPS, and TN flashes in to find the stun onto Xiaoya. 3 for nothing in terms of a team fight win for top Esports as they clear the game open at the 22-minute mark.
And they can keep hunting right here. Bertle is caught on the wrong side of the map. Gonna have to teleport himself back away. At least he gets out alive. But everything falling apart for LGD. TES, this is how we expected them to be winning against one of the lower ranked teams here. Now they've got themselves pushes happening.
Zwayan does not win out on that 1v1. He's going to have to just wait for that wave to crash underneath his tier 2 turret. Bertle gets hit by an arrow. That's followed up by the Encore immediately from Zhuo. Don't even need the Grand Starfall to take the LGD top laner down. And that's top
I don't know that it's even worthwhile to do so. This is just simply going to be the Baron unless you've got some magical steals coming through.
Yeah, no teleport in yet. It's just going to maybe be Hung on a one-way trip. Trying to flash over. Looks like they don't even want to do that. As it's going to be Zwayan sending out the rest of LGD and allowing for top Esports to pick up the Baron buff.
And they can also just take their full resets, head back out onto the map, and go play.
In the pick ban, going to be Soul Point as well as that Baron going
Obviously
over.
Have to wait and see. As we said, right, they've got some pretty big matchups coming up for them soon as well. Right now, looking to close this one out.
Tier 2 turret taking down Cream, dishing out a ton of damage on this Cassiopeia. Tonggyuan has to wait for potentially Crisp to go for some sort of engage. He jumps forward to Justice Punch, actually gets hit up by a ton of damage, but in comes the Wombo combo. Oh, the reflected Encore, able to take down 2 members of TS, but Zwayan wasn't even at the fight yet, and Hung's gonna go down for the 3rd on TS's side. It's a double kill for the Pantheon, and top still have the numbers advantage for the next few minutes.
Yes, they do. Xiaoya available, Bertle available, so you're probably not going to be able to end the game in this one push, although I wouldn't even be too confident in that statement. They're looking to grab themselves this bottom lane inhibitor. This mid lane tower now going to be the next bit under threat, and things just getting harder and harder for LGD to play. Jackie Love going in.
Flashes over, trying to take down Xiaoya, and he wins out on the 1v1. Bertle able to get a trade, but now he's the only man left standing on LGD's side. TN jumps forward, finishes off another kill, as Crisp has finally arrived once again from the Death Chamber and will delay the end of the game for now. Tonggyuan's up in 2 seconds, should be able to help his team once he comes back from that respawn, but it will be another tier 3 turret. 3 so far. but it has felt top esports dominated from top esports if they end up slipping up in the back line. Another wave comes crashing in. Killer going to separate Zwion from the rest of the team.
Oh my god.
Solero lands onto Hung. Rebuttal back will send the Encore into top esports' side, but they're able to peel off nicely before Zwion goes down. TN jumps in and makes it a 1-for-1, taking down Chris, but Dwo's gonna flash over and look for a little bit more with the beat drop. Guardian Angel proc by TN, as maybe top esports went a little bit too far forward. Knockup gonna connect off of the revive, but the follow-up damage is there, and Xiaoya gets hit up by the petrifying gaze and sent back to the grave. 4v2 on the map, as top esports are now blowing open the Nexus turrets. It wasn't the prettiest of series, but a win is a win all the same. They bounce back mightily and are gonna be able to pick up a 2-1 win over LGD.
There we go. Maybe a bit of a return to the winning ways right here for top esports. It's not clean. It's not